If you're thinking about starting a mastermind, great idea. They're amazing. Well, I'll tell you what, I did a lot of research and there's only 3 reasons why someone would buy a mastermind, and none of them have a thing to do with courses, education, or content. All right, listen, before we get started, of course, make sure you click subscribe, click like, all that fun stuff, but I have done a ton of research on this over the last couple months because I'm getting ready to launch a bunch of masterminds. That's right, I never do anything go big or go home, as my wife would tell me with me. I'm not gonna do them all at the same time. I have multiple industries in which I'd like to launch a mastermind. And so I went out and there was something I did because I thought about the masterminds that I've joined. I've joined quite a few in my career, and recently I just got enrolled into, after a long time, I hadn't been a part of a mastermind in a long time, and this one took me 6 months to find my way into. And so I was analyzing the process of getting into this one, why I wanted to be in it and why other people want to be a part of it and why it's so successful. That led me to then looking at other people's masterminds who are very successful. And then I remember this was kind of the tipping point for me. I was talking to a friend of mine and they told me that they have this so-and-so that has 250 members paying $25,000 a year. I thought, that's $6 million a year. And here was the best part. I had never heard of the 2 people whose mastermind it was. I thought, well, I've been in this industry forever. How do I not know who these people are? And turns out it's because, well, first of all, they're not really in my niche. And secondly, it led me down this journey of figuring out what are the 3 main reasons. Why do people buy mastermind? I assumed, as do many people, that the first thing you have to do if you want to build a mastermind is film a ton of content. Oh, all these courses about this and this and that, and wrong. It's literally the worst thing you could do. It is the fastest way to not only make someone not buy your mastermind, but to make them exit and run away even if they do. Courses are amazing, but most of any content or information that's worth selling is not only being sold, but it's being sold for hundreds of dollars, a couple $1,000s, a few $1,000s, or even free. So people will pay money for information to be sorted, right? Because there's always those people that argue and say, well, information's available for free anyways on YouTube. And I'm like, well, great. So is most of everything you ever want in life. Food is available for free technically in your home because you already bought all the groceries. So why do you go to a restaurant? You know, it's the stupidest argument I've ever heard, by the way. People pay for information to know that A, it's credible, B, it's verified, C, it's organized. Credible, verified, organized. Because yes, I can find information on YouTube, but I'm gonna have to piece it together. So I'm willing to pay for that organization and verification, but I'm only willing to pay only so much money, $1,000, $2,000 or whatever. But once you get into masterminds that sell for $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000, and the only value add you're telling me is a massive amount of information that's verified and organized, not really that interested. So what are the 3 reasons? And I was kind of impressed at myself that for my research that I did, which took me binge learning for a long time. Number 1, I call it proximity. So the number 1 reason someone buys a mastermind is proximity to what? The founder. So we have a lot of people out there that are celebrities, brilliant, that we follow, that we love. We just want to be close to them. We know that by being in their mastermind, there's at least 2, 3, 4 times a year that they're going to invite us in a small room with maybe 100 people, 150 people, and I'll be like that far from them and I touch them. I'm being a little bit obnoxious, but I know I'll have more intimate access to them. I know that there's going to be calls that I'll be able to join where it's just them. I know that sometimes I might even have direct access to them because they'll do Q&As that if I'm in their mastermind, I can actually ask them a question directly. Whoa, cool. Proximity. A lot of times we just want to be one of the cool kids. We pay for that ability, all right? It's like being in high school. There's that group. You really want them to invite you out to lunch, so you try to be around them and you really want to be a part of that group. A lot of times we just want to be part of the in crowd. Well, that's proximity to the founder. We just want to be the in, right? I've seen lots of masterminds in the past called Inner Circle. It's a great name for a mastermind. Why? Just be close to the person. I want to be in their inner circle. That's so cool. Just hearing that makes me feel special and VIP. Proximity. Okay, it doesn't really work unless you've built yourself up. So proximity isn't really the thing to lean on unless you're kind of a somebody. I hate to say it. You gotta have a following. I feel like an a-hole saying this, but that's the truth. You have to have a following. You have to have been around for a while. You have to have people that love you enough to want to pay you 20, 30 grand to be around you, which usually means you have to have a big following. You're not that accessible, right? Because you kind of have to be not accessible. If you're super accessible, then people don't have to pay you $30,000 to be around you. So usually it's people that have a huge following that are not that accessible. Hence, you can have this mastermind that people will pay a ton of money. So now you're thinking, well, Anik, I'm not that. That means I can't do a mastermind? Not at all. Number 2, the reason number 2 that people join mastermind, networking. They don't care about you. They care about the people you know. So if you end up building a mastermind that just got freaking brilliant people in it, then people want to join for proximity to those people, right? So I joined the mastermind that took me 6 months to join, that I officially just got told I'm approved to join like a week ago at the time I'm filming this. I don't even know the name of the founder. I have no clue who owns this. This mastermind has become so big, it's become an entire company. And I have no idea who runs it. I don't know anyone in the management team, but damn well I know some people that are in it, and I want to be close to those people. We're talking billionaires, we're talking people that do tons of real estate, we're talking people that own car dealerships, VCs, angel investors. It's got all kinds of people in there, and when you're in it, you can reach out to any of them. Kind of like a ground rule of being in it that they have to respond back to you. If you're trying to guess which one it is, don't, because you're not going to be able to. It's not whatever you're thinking. So I'm actually joining this mastermind for this reason. It's not proximity to the founder, it's proximity to the members. It's the networking aspect of it that made me join. They don't even have courses. There isn't a course to be had. There is nothing you take. There's an onboarding process, which they actually do during your admission process. So once I'm in, I'm in. There's like no courses to take, thank God, because I don't got no time to take courses. But I'm super excited to be not only a member of it, I'm pretty sure I'll be a member of it for life. So they're gonna go on to probably make hundreds of thousands of dollars from me. So what a great value add for them. So proximity to the members, networking, that's reason number 2. Now moving on to reason number 3, that someone joins a mastermind. Because you're thinking, well, Anik, I'm not famous and I don't know any famous people. Well, then reason number 3 is for you. And I'll give you an example. Reason number 3 is a very core kick-ass feature that makes them want to be in your mastermind. That's a no-brainer. There's that one thing you do for them, that one feature, just one, that they go, this doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't I do it? And then they join your mastermind. And then when you have a lot of people in your mastermind and a lot of brilliant people in your mastermind, you're able to use proximity to the members to help you get more members. Because some people will then come and say, whoo, this mastermind's got some really killer people I want to be around. And then when you've done it for years and long enough, you'll become someone of a brand. Then people would join just to be around you. You can like work backwards if you want. So I'll give you an example. We started, I along with 2 of my business partners, Andy Husong and Ron Douglas, had started this mastermind called Webinar Wealth Club long back. That's long back. It was in 2020. And we had conceptually a brilliant idea. Now it didn't play out very well, and so we had to remove this, but at least conceptually I can give you an example that will help you understand what I mean by that one key no-brainer feature. And that was because we looked at the type of people we wanted in the mastermind, we said, hey, we could connect to these people and make them do business deals with each other. So we promised that if you're in the mastermind, one of the core features of the mastermind would be that you get $100,000 in business. 12 months, we will deliver to you $100,000 in business. And it was like 20,000 to be in the mastermind. I can't remember now. I'll tell you something. Those were the easiest sales calls I've ever done in my life. They were about 20 to 30 minutes. Half the time I was doing them while cooking lunch or making food, and people would be like, I'm in. I'd say, hey, there's these other benefits. Yeah, I don't care. I'm in. Why? Because it made sense. Wait, so I give you 20 grand and you promise to give me 100 back by the end of the year? Okay, here's my 20 grand. Now, it was really difficult to deliver that on scale. So we actually decided in the end that that wasn't the right feature for us to be able to offer to deliver and scale the mastermind. We could do that, but we'd have to keep the mastermind to like 10 or 15 people, which didn't really monetarily make it worth our time given all the other opportunities we had. So we went on to remove that. So a great example that helped us close a sale, but not a great example to help us scale the mastermind. So maybe something like that you do for your first 10, 20 members to get things off the ground. Or maybe you in your mastermind, depending on what niche you're targeting, have a feature that's not that, but is something killer. Like, don't do that, by the way. That was just an example, and it was one that didn't work, so don't do it. But what is something that's your industry, that the type of people you want in your mastermind, what is something that they want so badly that if you offered, that would be enough for them to join your mastermind, irregardless of anything else they offer? But if you don't have either 3 of them, you have no business launching masterminds. You should be joining them. But if you have one of those 3, hell, you could do a pretty killer 20, 30, 40, 50, 60K mastermind and be very successful and surround yourself with other very successful people. So think about it. All right. Now, you want some other tips and tricks on how to build an information business? Join us at lurnexpert.com, LURNEXPERT.com. Free course, free newsletter, and a absolutely free community to help you build your information marketing business and to help us change the entire world of education, how people learn. And also a lot of our episodes at anikpodcast.com. Go binge listen to all of our killer episodes for the Fighting Entrepreneur, ANIKpodcast.com. Smash that subscribe button, click the like button, comment below, and no matter what podcast platform you're listening, please subscribe and leave us a great review. This is Anik reminding you, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, push it the heck back. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to The Fighting Entrepreneur with your host, Anik Singal.